So he said that he thought it was undervalued, but he was a little bit, when I talked to him, Dr. Coleman was a little mixed up. He thought that it was River Oaks in the Houston area, and I don't know if that makes a difference. But he said that we should be getting probably $1,700 to $2,000 a month, and that it was pretty much irrelevant what they were making off the tower, what their agreement with Verizon was. We should go with what the market is. And, guidance like that in helping us negotiate and know what the market value is. And also, they are looking at amending the lease to extend it for potentially 50 years. Mm-hmm. And given that, I would want to make sure that we are addressing all of the technical issues that are going to come up that an expert is aware of over the next 50 years, and make sure that we do address those in the lease. There's no reason we have to go 50 years. That's what they're asking. And so it just seems to me having someone with some intimate telecommunications knowledge of the industry and how it works would be beneficial going forward over the next half century.
I agree. If we're talking about doing something long-term, definitely need that.
I would think that the consultant should be able to give us a ballpark figure of what we should be getting for it, and it's kind of like the land is that here's what we want, here's what we think is worth, and start there.
Yeah, and the consultant will help with more than just the dollars too. They will be able to help with the technical terms of the lease. Our lease now is 22 years old, so it's dated. So I think it was a really good lease. That things have evolved, and actually I've been to several seminars put on by Dr. Kramer, and he is very knowledgeable. He and his partners are special. So, and I have a lot of material from their seminars as well. So I think I can make a really good start at providing this lease. But I would.
Am I right that if we don't lease it, that reverts back to the city itself? We own it?
Yes, it's yours.
I think we're in the driver's seat on this.
I think we're in the driver's seat, and then also what they can help us with is whether or not it's realistic for us to actually market that with that tower on our own without going through, without leasing it to American Tower. There are so many issues that need to be considered, and if we're going to have a relationship with Verizon without American Tower, how would that work? And I think we would need technical expertise for that.
Well, we would need it for having multiple people using the tower too, wouldn't we? Okay. So do we want an advisor or?
If y'all can direct me to move forward with the consultant, that's where we need to go.
I make a motion that we.
We're not at a point now where we're trying to decide what to do with the tower. We're at a point where we need to decide what path we're going to take. So.
I'm ready to move forward. Yeah. Move forward with the consultant.
Marvin, do we know what the maintenance cost on that tower is, generator and everything on it?
Yeah.
We know what the actual cost is.
On the generator part, that's ours. That's not in here. It's just the monopole. Yeah.
And we're not dealing with any terms of the lease right now at all. We're just trying to decide whether or not using the consultants that we want to engage to help us with the technical issues.
Betsy, do you have a ballpark for what that would cost?
I don't. I would cap it at either 3,500 or 5, and then when we get down the road, maybe that'll be enough. And if it's not, we'll come back and adjust that.
If we're going to do anything long term, but certainly think we need to explore.
Yeah.
Someone professional to tell us and advise us on that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be giving away the farm.
we don't wanna give away apartments, because these people aren't gonna necessarily be advising you, you know, over the next 50 years or even 10 years, but they're gonna help get a document in place that will be worthy of half a century, I don't know, yeah, so.
Okay, we directed staff to move forward, is that correct?
Yes.
We don't need to take any action other than directing me to move forward, correct?
Right.
Right, direct Barbara to move forward to engage these, consultants.
Yes.
Yes.
You wanna set a cap?
5,000?
Well,
Okay.
it all depends on what we get out of that thing annually and everything, so, we don't want to pay a consultant and attorney fees, it's more than we're gonna recover.
Well, that's not gonna happen. Already, we can tell. So, why don't you just work with 5,000, and then you kind of let us know if that's will work for you.
Do y'all want to take some kind of motion to say that, or no?
I make a motion to direct staff to proceed with the consultant at, right now with the cap of, $5,000. Second.
Have motion second, any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
David? They all lied.
Okay, motion carried. Okay, we will go to number 10, consider approval of ordinance 1281-2020 amended to 2019-2020 fiscal year budget by providing an effective date.
Okay, Paul and I went through the, budget through 7 months instead of normally we do it in 6, but with COVID it put us a little behind. And in doing so, we were able to move money around to meet all of the budgetary criteria except for a few things that I did spell out in here. During the water construction that we had this year, we used a lot of water from the city of Fort Worth. And it wasn't offset by Tarrant Regional because there was a $56,000 settle-up payment from them. So therefore, on the water side, I had to go back and ask for a budget amendment to go to taking care of that settle-up with them. And also on the equipment, everything that we had done and budgeted, the $13,000 for the asphalt equipment was the one thing that we didn't have budgeted, so we added it in as an adjustment. Those two came to $69,500. On the general side, most of it was with the animal control aspect of it that we spelled out. We did have some overtime because, let me back up a little bit. We did have some overtime dealing with the building inspector / fire marshal. And a lot of that was due to the work at the school, the construction work at the school. So we only originally budgeted $37,11. To date, we had spent $45,6090. So we're asking to expand that one $2,500. On the security system in the police department that had been approved previously, we've asked to put that $17,600 to come out of building repairs. The other was all animal control. Overtime for weekends at Camp Carter are $800, and then the supplies were $3,000 more because we spent that much on the initial setup. And then vehicle repairs being $2,000. Y'all also know we do have a 501c3 that has money in it from animal shelter that we could possibly dip into. Otherwise, this really just pretty well balances what we have already done. That only came to $25,900. That's all of the budget amendments that we have in this one. Which considerably less. I did want to point out to you one thing. On the revenue side, we've already collected 91% of the taxes already. A lot of that happened before COVID. Also, with our building